Hey guys, it's John from John's DIY Playground. Today we're going to review the Krinner Tree Genie XXL. It's a little bit more expensive tree stand for live Christmas trees, and you can see what I was using on the right here. In years past, it's a real pain in the butt, and it's really a nuisance setting up your tree with one of those traditional type of stands for several reasons. One being the little pegs that engage the tree start to sink into the bark. And what I like about the Tree Genie is it's got the wider peg arms, and it also has 5 of them instead of 4. Both have a metal pin at the very bottom to help raise the tree. What's unique about this one on the left, the Krinner, is has a ratcheting type of cable that cinches around the tree all at once. So it's feeding around what looks like hard ABS plastic pegs. And let me show you real quick how it works, because you can do it with really one person and just foot action like this. So you would just ratchet in on the tree until it's snug, and then you would set up this pin so that it can't be released, lifted up, because if you have this out of the way and you lift up, you can see what would happen. So there's even space in here where you could put a pin or a lock if you were concerned that someone might move that pin out of the way and accidentally release your tree. Of course, that would be catastrophe. So let me get a tree off my top of my Jeep and we can get set up. One thing we want to check when we're preparing our tree to go in the tree stand is how much clearance do we need from the bottom of the trunk until it hits the top of these teeth. We want to get the other branches that are below that height out of the way and trimmed. So I'm measuring from the bottom of my Tree Genie, and it looks to be around just under 6.5 inches. So anything more than 6.5 or less than that, we're going to have to trim off. Let's go over to the tree and take a look. So we got our tree here, and I literally just cut this thing myself out of the field less than an hour ago. So I'm not going to chop off a little bit off the bottom like you normally would if you're buying it from like a retailer somewhere, because that's always a really good tip, is take off like 1 inch. But I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not chopping anymore. So what I need to do is look at where 6.5 inches falls, and it's right about there. So only these limbs here and this one here, these need to be trimmed up. These other ones I think I can get away with and have the teeth fall just the right way that I can leave them. If they are too low later when I see them in the stand, I can always trim them later, but for now I'm just going to trim the bottom parts and just get it ready for the tree stand. So you could use a regular handsaw to do this trimming, or a set of trimmers, but I have a chainsaw. And when you have a chainsaw, you want to find an opportunity to use your chainsaw. So let's go ahead and use our chainsaw. See, it's all trimmed up now, and we're ready to put it in the tree stand. Alright, so another tip for those who haven't had live trees in their houses before. It's always a good idea to put down a piece of plywood or some kind of wood under your stand, so in case there is an overfill or some spillage, protects your wood or your carpet. I'm just going to demonstrate this outside my house for this video, but you get the idea. And so here we go. I'm going to go grab the tree, put it in, ratchet it down. We'll see how long this takes. So, ladies and gentlemen, start the timer. Yeah, that's it. One problem I had there was getting a feel for the ratchet. Didn't want to go too high because it kept releasing the ratchet, but that literally took 30 seconds, so real happy with this, and excited to get the tree inside. One other tip I can share that I did try out last year and helps keep your tree fresh is to use an aquarium bubbler like this one, and then an aquarium stone. You can buy these stones at any old pet store. and attached to the end of the tubing. Once you get your water into your Christmas tree stand, just take the stone and drop it in there. What that's going to do is add oxygen, or oxygenate the water, and allow the water to stay fresher longer, and of course give it more freshness to it instead of being stale. And keep in mind, trees they drink a lot of water the first couple days or up to a week when you first get them, and then they use a lot less water. But keep an eye on the water level. And I just run this bubbler whenever I have my lights on, so usually at night for a few hours or more, but it doesn't have to run 24 hours a day. Another great feature this thing has is the bobber that you can see there on the right, indicating the water level inside the Tree Genie. Right now it's a little more than half full, and I've actually added 8 liters of water to this thing. The claim is that it can hold 11 liters of water, and I'm getting close to the top with it, so I'm just going to watch it for now, but holds an incredible amount of water. It's very good. It's all set now and ready to roll. Leave your tree bundled if you're a new live tree person until you get it in your house, then unbundle and let the branches out, because obviously it's going to be hard to get through the door otherwise. And for setup, it was very easy to set up with it wrapped, so I highly give very much a thumbs up to this new tree stand, and look forward to setting up in my house for this Christmas. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Like and then subscribe for being notified of future videos of mine. And thanks for watching. This is John from John's DIY Playground. Merry Christmas.